job done, and we're into the next round. You must be pleased with the performance that put in, especially second half. It was a professional performance right from that first whistle of the second half to the last.
It's a good outcome for us today. You know, we wanted to get through to the next round. At half time, we had a few choice words to say because I thought we went a bit lacklustre on the competitive side of it, and we needed to see more edge. And the fans quite rightly booed us off the pitch, sticking my direction, and I can take that because it's valid. You know, we weren't good enough, but second half we turned it round and ended up being a convincing win.
Is that testament to sort of the character of the players, that having those conversations, that realisation that they take it on board even though they are in a winning position to kick on and really do it with some style?
Yeah, well, I think in this job you've got to be authentic and not false. I don't get too angry too often, but when I am, it comes from the heart as well. You know, I mean it. We were second best against Marine, and we've got to be, with no disrespect, we've got to be more ambitious in our game, and we were second half, and we were looking forward more and more enterprising with our play, and it paid off.
Yeah, and the game management there as well, you know, looking ahead to the league action to come. You must be pleased with how we managed that second half and avoided getting into the scrap and getting into making it a cup tie as such.
Yeah, because I mean, you don't want to incite trouble either by getting too cocky, and I don't think we did. I think the lads were very down to earth with their approach, and there was just one scything tackle for Kane Ramsey that I'm just glad he didn't break his leg. We got away, we got lucky with that, but that through no fault of his own. But we made the pitch big when we had it, and we look forward more, which pleased me because we don't want to just be sideways and backwards too often. But no, we were more competitive with the defensive line, and that's what we need to. It's still about winning the first ball and second ball. You can't be too fragile as a team and too soft. We were a bit the first half and invited the trouble onto us because they're a useful outfit.
Yeah, and Sam Flann as well, I've got to ask you, 2 goals, but the timing of that second goal, you spoke so much this season about bouncing back from disappointment, and within a matter of minutes he does that, and the way he earns that goal as well, because it's something from nothing really. Yeah,
I want this to be a catalyst for the team to go on to better things in the league and in the cup, and have a really good cup run, because you see the response of the fans after. They were overjoyed, and so were we. We've got to keep being ambitious and demanding more, because the team are full of talent, and when we go into our shells, you know, they cause us problems with swinging corners and long throws. We've got to do that better, so we'll keep practicing hard on the training pitch and attempt to have that continual progression in our game.
And Matt Foles as well, I've got to ask you, 2 clearances at one end and a goal at the other. You must be pleased with his contribution, because it's that switch on and making sure that we keep our lead when we have it.
Well, that's right. We were disappointed to concede, but and we could have conceded a couple more chances because if they'd have been a bit more ruthless. But thanks to Matthews in the right place at the right time, off the line, and then it was a clinical header from himself, which I think that, you know, we've got some big lads in the team, you know, and I think we can be even better at set pieces, but it was good to see 2 defenders crop up with good headers.
And finally, I've got to ask you about the fans here, because they travelled in their numbers and get right behind the team, especially in that second half.
It makes a huge difference, you know, when we get well supported, and pleased to send them home happy, and they were right behind us today. And understandably, you know, it's good to see that passion, even if it's when it's not good enough. Tell us, you know, it's fair play. You know, they pay the money, and when we're well short, it's good to see that passion. But it's fair, because when we were good, they were right behind us and overjoyed with the result.